What's up guys, Lou here, and I really hate to have to make this video, but at this point I feel I really don't have a choice. I'm just getting annoyed at some of the stuff that's being said in the comments section of my UGPC related videos. That of course is the Ultimate Gaming PC. Apparently there are some viewers that know more about me than I know about myself, and they've come to conclusions that are simply untrue. And personally, I don't like the fact that people are paying attention to what they're saying. So I'm here to set the record straight and to address some of those people and some of your concerns. I was really hoping I didn't have to make one of these videos, but here it is. So I obviously have put together some funds from the Indiegogo campaign that we ran in order to build this Ultimate Gaming PC. Shortly after that, a couple of manufacturers got involved to help out with the project in order to give us a boost that we wouldn't otherwise have to build a better PC than we otherwise would be able to do. And as a result, there were some funds left over that had to be, attributed to a number of different products. So I made a spreadsheet here to break it down for you guys. So here's the lecture. All right, the CPU after tax around $350 locally where I picked it up. The hard drives, 2 3TB green drives together after tax around $350. I want to add a Logitech G27 racing wheel. Well, there goes the surprise. You guys are apparently too critical to wait to see the other things that I wanted to add. But anyways, I really like racing games, so I want to add a G27 race wheel after tax and shipping around $240. I want to add 3 monitors. Most of you know this already. Those have not been contributed at this point. I'll be buying those using the money contributed to the project. They'll run around $1,100 after tax and shipping. Once again, tax is a big expense where I'm located. It's around 13%, just so you know. Fans around $50 and lighting around $50. Just a little bit of room there to play with. Speakers, which haven't been added yet. I'm looking at some different Logitech sets. I think an Ultimate Gaming PC has to have the option for speakers and also the option for a headset. I budgeted around $320. Once again, that's after tax and shipping. Now, the next line, which I've talked about with certain people extensively, definitely on the social networks, on Twitter and on Facebook, is games. What is the point in you winning an Ultimate Gaming PC when you may not have the budget to put games on it? So definitely, since this system is going to be given away at the end of it, it has to have some games preloaded. But since it's the Ultimate Gaming PC, it should have a lot of games preloaded and awesome ones at that. So I budgeted $500 to preload games. Of course, that isn't going to happen until the build is complete, so I didn't really think it needed to be formally addressed. But yes, there will be $500 worth of games on the UGPC, so that should be pretty sweet. Your SSDs are going to be fully locked and loaded, ready to go. And I'll even let the winner pick and choose a couple of games to add to it, but we'll put it to a vote. Actually, let's do it right now. Down in the comments section, tell me which games need to be on this system for a $500 budget. The next thing that nobody has talked about and is super important is delivery. Yes, I'm giving this away, and it is not your average delivery. By the time this thing is finished, there's going to be probably $7,000 or $8,000 invested in it, and believe me, that is not the easiest thing in the world to ship. I put the dimensions into UPS with speculating that a winner may come from the US, and to ship it from my location to, say, California is going to run around $500 given the weight and the value and the amount of insurance that's required. So that's right, that's $500. Now, what if somebody wins it internationally? What if somebody in Spain or England or elsewhere wins it? Well, it's going to be a lot more than that. And so as a result, it's at $500 right now, but there's a little bit of headroom. There's a little bit of a float above that money-wise, just in case that happens. So believe me, delivery of this thing is not easy, and it's going to be expensive. There are going to be 3 27-inch monitors, okay? There's going to be a freaking huge 50-pound Corsair chassis with nothing in it at the moment. This is going to be an overall big package. It's almost going to be a crate by the time we're done, so shipping it is no joke. And it's got to be fully insured, otherwise what's the point? The next thing I want to talk about is t-shirts. Now, you guys may know there was a silver price level where it was around $25 for entry, and that was going to get you a limited edition Unbox Therapy, I Need Therapy t-shirt. Those, by the way, are going to be printed as soon as the project is completed, and you'll be contacted, and I'll ask you for your size, etc. But to get those made and delivered is going to be expensive. I budgeted at least $20 per unit, and that's being, really conservative, because at the end of the day, that includes shipping. So you got to get the thing manufactured and get it shipped to a number of locations, including international ones, So I've budgeted 20 per at 50, so that's $1,000. So anyways, you can see the number at the bottom of this list now at $44.60. And the amount raised after the extraction that Indiegogo makes and also the credit card processing fee and then PayPal's fee is $54.3875. So there's about $1,000 in between those two figures. Now the $1,000 is going to sit there for a reason, which is your local duty and taxes. When this thing arrives on your shore, whatever country it is that you're in, which isn't Canada, it's going to be assessed, okay, for taxes and duties. And they're going to be huge because the evaluation and insurance on this thing is going to be huge. And I don't want you to have to be burdened with that if you happen to win the system. So I had to budget that in order to be safe. This is not like a $200 or $300 prize where you're going to get a little bit of tax or duty. This thing is going to be evaluated somewhere in $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. So it's just smart to leave a little bit of extra cash depending on where this thing goes and who wins it. Now, in the event that somebody locally wins it, I don't know, my next door neighbor, well, obviously not my next door neighbor, but if somebody closer by wins it and there happens to be a few dollars left over, that'll be either given away to the winner as well, or what we'll do is we'll just buy something else with it in order to give that away. You guys know I've given away tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff here on my channel. Okay, you know, it's not the time right now to start, pretending that this is my opportunity to hit it big. I give away a ton of stuff. And that's because, I want to give back to the community that supports me. This is my job. This is how I make a living. And, I'm not going to just throw it all away in order to pocket a few extra bucks and screw some people over on something. Remember, the contributions that were made are going to end up back in the project. It's a complicated project. And I really didn't feel that I needed to say all this stuff to you to get all technical and boring with it. But there was just too much crap in the comments, and I just felt like I was sick of hearing it, and I had to say a few words. And if you weren't one of those people, then I apologize. I'm not. This isn't directed at you. I know most of you are still very supportive, especially the people who contributed to the project. And so this is not directed at you guys. But for those of you that needed all this clarification, now you have it. All the money's going back in. Wait, and you'll see every single thing I talked about on this list featured right here. And anything that's left over is going to be, either, put towards another product or given away on top of it. I give stuff away. It happens all the time on here. I got an iPhone 5 giveaway coming up. That's right. I got an Amazon Kindle Fire HD giveaway coming up at the end of this week. That's what I do, guys. Okay? Nothing's changing with this particular project. Anyways, apologize for having to make this video, but I just felt it was necessary. If you guys are supporting me on this, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below, and I know most of you are. And other than that, I want to thank you as always for supporting my content, for taking part in this project, for helping an amazing project like this come together. I also want to give a big shout out to ASUS and to Corsair for helping out big time and making this thing a shit ton better than it would be otherwise. And I'm sorry that it had to get this complicated that it just did here. But anyways, guys, I've been blabbering enough. I'm going to go start building this thing. I'm going to install the power supply, the motherboard, and the RAM right now. And I'm going to film the whole thing. And the video should go live either tomorrow or the next day. And then we'll have 2 more build videos. It'll be split into 3. And hopefully you guys can start enjoying this stuff and stop having to read about all the controversy down in the comments section. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks again. All right, later.